Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name's Cody Bills, this is Brock Shimano. Today is Tuesday the 15th, and we had a bit of a mixed trade here in the grain complex. Corn finished up 7.5, beans down 3 3/4, wheat up 15 3/4, and Kansas City wheat trading up 15 1/4. Brock, it's interesting to see soybeans, kind of the weakest of the reports on Friday. Now, this is the one commodity here that seems to be showing a little bit of weakness first. What do you expect in the next couple days? Do you think we could see some more selling?
You know, soybeans really did rally right along with the other two commodities, wheat and corn, after those reports released. It did get a little bit of a bearish report, so it was kind of a surprise, but we did end up rallying right up to that about 1436 in the overnight session. That was kind of the high end of the range that we were looking at. If you take a look at this trend line here on the daily chart for March soybeans, you can see that there's overhead resistance from that top end trend line, and there's also the 200-day moving average right there. So I think after we saw a lot of fun money coming into the market over the last couple of days, we did see some technical selling due to that. But you know, the fundamentals are still pretty strong for this market. I think we continue to see good export sales. We'll have to make sure we see those again on Thursday, and export inspections continue to run pretty hot as well. So that's a couple of things putting a bid on this market right now.
So do you think that there's a possibility that that we continue to see selling and we go through lows, or do you think that this is, you know, just kind of a pause before we continue higher?
You know, I think the market's just going to take a little bit of a breather, maybe over the next couple of sessions or so. If we see good export sales on on Thursday, we could definitely go a little bit higher. Something that's going to be putting a little bit of a overhead resistance on us, though, fundamentally, is going to be the South American crop. That's about to come into harvest here in about a month or so, so that's something we're going to have to pay attention to over the next few weeks.
Yeah, and of course we saw Solaris revise their South American bean production up from 79 million metric tons to 80 million metric tons, and so that I think also put pressure on soybeans here this morning. Now, one thing, let's just switch the attention over to corn and take a look at the chart landscape there. I think we've had about 7 really strong days of price gains, and now I think we're going to be bumping our head up against a downtrend resistance level right around 734. Now, we touched it a little bit during the trade day. We came off it a little bit. We're trading around 731 right now, but I really think the next couple days, kind of the theme in the grain markets will be the gains that people may have had will be taken off the table here, and we could just meet a little bit of selling pressure for both corn, soybeans, and wheat as well.
You know, like you said, Cody, we did rally 7 days in a row or 7 sessions in a row for corn. And if I'm looking at the RSI indicator here on the bottom of this chart, you can see that we're at about 62 level. Overbought territory is generally thought to be about a 70. So we're kind of approaching that level. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple days of selling here, but you know, looking longer term, what are your thoughts a little bit further out?
Well, I think it's very bullish here for corn. I don't necessarily think we're going to go out and break the highs that we set in the summer, but I do think that when you look at the average cash price between September 1st and December 1st, it was trading at 738. Now, we had an incredibly big surprise when it came to how much corn was used for feed in this last report. And so what I think will need to happen is we're going to have to trade up above that 738 threshold to really start curbing some of that feed demand that's up there. So I think I wouldn't be surprised. Right now, the average cash price is 721. So I think we're going to have to see the futures price really move higher here. But I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate. Maybe we see a little bit of selling in the next couple of days, and then we start to move sideways through it and then move a little bit higher. You know, we could go up to 750. Who knows?
All right, we'll have to pay attention to that as we move throughout the next few sessions. Also tomorrow we're going to get the EIA ethanol information numbers, and we're going to get export sales on Thursday, so make sure you follow us on Twitter, check us out on Facebook, or give us a call at 877-472-4607.
Thanks a lot.